Alright, so we're just going to do a quick video. Just that attendance. Just going to do a quick video on the making the mechanical drawing, file, new. If you just do file, new drawing, you just can click it, and it'll start up. Now one thing I did before, actually, let me look at that again. If I do file, new, yeah, you know, I don't remember if we went through and made the template or not. Does anybody remember doing that? If you made the template, I can show you how to do this. Who's working on a mechanical drawing right now? Alright, check this out. When you start a new one, you can do something cool. I'm just going to file, new. Actually, select it from your file, new, and select it, from the drop-down menu. Yeah, from the drop-down menu. Just let your mouse hover over the new, and then go down to drawing here, and click that. You know how we always change the sheet size? So you double-click, you right-click on the sheet, you go to Edit Sheet, and you change it to size A, so it'll actually, it'll fit a little better. Then we delete this text box, right? We always do that. Now check this out. You can go File, Save As, and you can do Save Copy as Template. Alright? So if you save copy as template, it's going to save it to this template thing. And you can say, like, I already have one here, but I'm going to do it again. I'm going to say, do like your last name or something, Harmon Drawing Template. Right? And hit save. So on the next drawing now, any other drawing you ever want to do now, when you go File, New, actually click the new, and then your template will be down in the drawings. And when you start one with that template, it'll be automatically the right format. You don't have to resize it and delete that text box every time. Alright, so that's a really nice little tool. So let me get a part open here. It's best if you, when you do your drawings, if you open a part first in Inventor. So if you get one of your parts open, I'm going to go, I think I'll show the train body, and then we'll talk a little bit about the cow catcher. Alright. Oh, that train body's not quite done, is it? Train parts. Let's see, where did I save that? I thought I had it done. There we go. There's a nice one. Alright, so I have the part open. So then when I go to my drawing, I'm going to do base. Okay, the train body's automatically selected. Now, if you open it up and the first view is weird, you should always drag this first view down here. Like, let's say you open it up and, oops. Let me do this again. Let's say when you open it up, this is the first view that's placed. You don't want that to be your front view down here. You don't want that to be the front view. What you can do is this box here, you can rotate things to get it to a better view. You want this, this one in the bottom left, you want this to show the most detail from the side. Alright, so then you can also adjust the scale at this point. I want to say, what happened here? I want to say 0.75 is pretty good, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's pretty good. There's a side, there's the top. This is going to be the front view, and then the isometric view. Alright, so I let the mouse snap to those three locations and place that view. What I might change this a little bit. Right? I might make it face left there. No, I don't like that either. This one I might. No, I don't love that. I do like that, but I don't like that for the. Yeah, okay, I'm going to stick with that. view. Alright? Hit OK. Now, you want to move them around a bit. And to move them around, you just grab them here. Remember, you got to be kind of towards the edge. Alright? You want to give yourself space, not too much space. Isometric view here, that's this one. I'm going to make that one a smaller scale. I'm going to drop that scale to 0.5 so it doesn't occupy too much space. That doesn't need to be the same scale as the other three drawings. Remember, no dimensions go on this one. This one's simply, let's turn on the shading. This one's simply to show you the overall look of it. All right? Now, as I start dimensioning this, first thing I'm going to do, this one looks weird there. Why do those look to be, oh, because it's threaded? Is that why? Why are there two different diameters there? It must be because of the threading, huh? Must be showing it cutting in. Very interesting. Anyhow, first thing I'm going to do is any of my holes, I'm going to put those center marks on. All right, that's going to help us dimension their location. So annotate center marks. So do this hole, this hole. You do them in the view that looks like a hole. This hole. And now the weird thing here is that back hole. There's not a great way to dimension that back one in any of the views we have here. All right. Now the other thing you can do is a centerline bisector. That's this one here. Sometimes that gets a little crazy in these drawings because they're too many lines. So I can click each side of the hole and put a center line down it in the different views. And that can be useful, unless it starts to make the drawing just look too crazy. Alright. Then in this view, I guess I should do these ones. Again, the centerline bisector, that's more of preference. You need to do the center marks. But the centerline bisectors, they can be a little annoying sometimes. They can be useful, though, if you don't have any other good way to dimension something. Alright. And then we're going to start dimensioning. So first thing I'm going to do all the holes here. Hole and thread notes. So if you click this, hole and thread notes, what's nice is any of the holes, you click that hole, and it'll bring the stats of the hole right down. And if there's multiple holes that are the same size and they look the same, what you can do is hit escape. You can double click on the text for the hole. Oh, it's not going to let me change that at all. That's interesting. Well, I guess I'll just click each. I want to edit that text. Won't let me do it? There we go. What you can do is after it, make a dash and write TYP. Tip. That means typical. So that means any other hole that looks like that has the same dimension. Alright? So this is code here. This is code for 1/4 by 20 UNC. 2B, I don't know what that means. 2B. But I guess that's the TR. I might get rid of that THRC. I don't know what that is. 2B, I don't know what that means. So if I don't know what that means, I can delete it, I suppose. Then I'm going to go over to this hole. Alright, I can do the same thing here. Now, let's see here. Precision and tolerance. Let's see. problem is it says 0.13, right? So that's only 2 sig figs. I think there's a way to adjust that, and I think it's under Tools, Document Settings. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up. Actor standard, yeah, ANSI, that's good. I think there's a way to change that. I'm gonna have to look that up. How to change the dimensions. It's gonna say 0.13, but hopefully I can. Hopefully I can change that precision. Add more sig figs. I gotta look up how to do that. All right, so let's just roll with it for now. And I'm gonna write tip. Another way you can do it is you can write x3 times 3, x3. There's 3 of them, right? Rather than tip, you do that. Because here you could have done x2, so you know there's 2 of them. All right. That smokestack hole, I'm also going to do a hole and thread node on. I'm just putting these down here for now, and then we'll adjust them. Hole and thread. The magnet hole, I don't know if it'll let me. I don't know what the best way to do that's going to be. I guess I'll do that. All right. Then I'm going to start. Then I'm going to start doing the other dimensions. Let's see. I'm going to do a lot of these dimensions in this view where I can. I'm going to click each side, put them in between. All right. You know what I'm going to do also? I'm going to put a center mark on this thing. All right. That's going to allow me to dimension that. We're going to have a situation where there are going to have to be lines passing through the model. I'm not saying you have to do it exactly the way I'm doing it, but and then I guess I break something on the front here. Or I guess I could do the center of this. Put a center mark on that circle too. Might be useful. Actually, I probably don't need this. All right. We'll do the location of the smokestack. holes, you're supposed to dimension their location in the view that they look like a hole in. Alright, so the smokestack, I'm not going to dimension in this view. I'm going to dimension it up in this view. Now, things are getting a little bit crazy here, but we can adjust them. Move stuff around if we need to. Who's a piece of that what, Fallon?
So I was trying to make something on my own, and it was just giving me a command failure on like everything I tried to do.
Oh no. Something not closed? Is there a circle or something not closed?
Yeah, it was closed off. There was no loops either, it was just weird. I give up.
Okay. Alright, let's see here. Dimension here. Okay. You know, and you got to move stuff around. Like this one here now. Got to move this. It's got to go over here. Got to go over here. Get it out of the way. Move this down a little bit. Alright. Guess I better get the overall lift here. Oh, don't need much more on that view. And then down here, let's see, I got the overall height. Suppose I should dimension this radius. And I guess I better do this radius just in case. I know the overall height, know that radius. I gotta put the location of the center of this. Gotta get the location of these. Gotta get, that wasn't right. I'm just gonna do this, and then I'm gonna go back and adjust things so they look a little better in a second here. Okay. So, this has got to go up here. This I got to blast out farther. This one here is going to have to blast out farther. From here, I got to bring the dimension down here. Alright. I'm going to bring this one over. I'm going to have to delete this dimension and put it somewhere else on one of the other holes. Put it on this one. I already have that dimension. That's good. Bless you, bless you. Allergies suck. Started my kids on the Flonase last night. They tolerated it all right. All right. Anyhow, I don't know. I don't know if I missed anything. It looks kind of crazy, right? And the whole thing is you kind of want to go back. The big thing is you want to make sure you don't just literally dimension everything. You don't want to dimension things if you can figure it out from one of the views, one of the other views. But you want to make sure you have enough. So I kind of go back at the end and be like, okay, do I know where this hole is? All right, I know left to right. I know it's centered. Well, it lines up with this, and this is dimension, so that's good. All right, the holes, the wheels, I know where they are. Yep, that's down in this view. The smokestack, I know its location. Now, this is a mess here, right? Look at all these lines here. It's just, I don't know what it's doing with this threaded hole. It's like adding extra information in there. That Centerline Bisector might be doing more harm than good in this view, right? But there's really no other way to, dimension that smokestack hole. It might, left to right. It might be better in this view to do it. In these two views to mention the location of smokestack heat because it's the way it overlaps with this. But anyhow, then I'm just kind of adjusting it, make sure stuff looks all right. The overall width, 2 inches I have in this view. I don't have that anywhere else. That's good. The center line here, 1 inch. That's good. I don't need to do it down here because it's here. I'm just kind of working my way through this and just making sure this arc is 0.5, it's set back 0.25. Those lines must be set. Oh, you know what I don't have? All the fillets. All right, so here's a trick. This is something new maybe some of you haven't done. All right, right here it's called leader text. Leader text. You click this and you find an edge that seems to show the fillets. Maybe like, wait, actually, I wonder if I can, yeah, I'll do this. Start here, then I'll make an arrow, right? And then double click, I'm gonna write all edges filleted to, what was it, 0.1. Hit OK. Now, my line here is a little funky. Oh, you know what? Let me undo that. Let me do that again. That automatically puts that one. I should have double clicked. So click, double click, all edges to all edges filleted to 0.10, 0.10 inches. I think that's what it was. All right. And you can just make that note on one of these. All right, in one location, wherever it seems to fit. All right. That you would use probably for the cow catcher as well, for the shell of the cow catcher, and maybe also for the those inset kind of pockets in the cow catcher. You might use that also. And then the final thing here is add your text box. And actually, that might be something you'd want to save in your template right off the beginning, like your name. Well, although you probably would be changing the date every day, but that'd be all right. Oops, 2021. All right. Engineering 1, train project. Train body. I don't know. Just call it the train body, whatever. And then that, you just want to position so it's nice and close to that bottom corner, And one thing you can do if you want is you can change justification. That might look better if you change it to right justification up here. And it forces it as far down into that corner as it can go. So that looks pretty good. And then I'd file, save. And then go to the next thing and move on. All right, so I'm going to stop that. That was longer than I anticipated.